having skills before you come on the job market, before you enter the job market. Having certain set of skills is really handy to get a job.
Okay. So how does liberal arts teach you these things? Right? Has liberal arts taught you how to...
Here's what I expect from you.
Mm-hmm.
These are the intermediate steps that you can take, but you don't necessarily need to take them, and just do it. And then another course, we ask you the same. So I learned presentation skills by doing it over and over again, getting feedback from different professors, and then getting better at it.
Mm-hmm.
I learned my essay writing by writing essays. You learn how to compile big portion of information by doing it a lot, and by having this high expectation and this high standard. Like we expect this from you and want you to be there. And you see a lot with LEC alumni or LEC exchange students that they say, okay, my essay writing is way above average here, while the LEC was below average, and that given, I think, is really interesting.
Okay. Being able to work with others, is that something that you learned here?
Yeah, a lot of group projects.
Okay.
A lot. And especially because it's the residential education concept. It's not only about working together, because you also have that in other universities, but about really trying to work together and live together, because you need to do a lot of things together. Your entire social life is with the same people, so that brings another aspect to it.
Okay. And being critical?
Yeah, you're critical of literally everything. Yeah, maybe you can also notice it during this conversation.
Yeah.
That I'm quite critical on the questions or on criticism about liberal arts and sciences. So really assessing certain judgments or certain research on a valid basis is something that you learn here. Yeah.
Okay, so what concrete things make you critical?
Sorry?
What things that the program is doing make you critical?
Well, creating the space for discussion makes you critical. So, for example, when I had to give a presentation about the Outer Space Treaty, and it's not from me. They don't only expect the presentation, but they expect the information part, and at the end a provocation. In which is used to facilitate the class discussion, and the provocation, the class discussion, makes you critical of the treaty itself instead of learning what it says. So that's it's basically goes hand in hand at LEC.
Okay,
Yeah.
very good. What else? Anything else that you learned here that you think will be particularly valuable later on in life?
That I learned here, as I said before, the writing, the oral skills, the working together skills. Yeah.
Okay, great. Historically, of course, liberal arts and sciences education is education for democracy. For democracy.
Yeah.
And for being a free citizen.
Yeah.
Right? Why do they call it liberal arts? Well, in ancient times, it was the education that was befitting a free citizen.
Yeah.
Now, we were talking that you don't think that's particularly important nowadays.
No.
But what is a good citizen, according to you? What does it take to be a good...
Yeah, I don't really feel connected to the idea of citizenship, because it comes with the responsibility that you need to have to your society, and I don't think if you believe in a liberal... if you identify as liberal... liberal and responsibility is always something that does not really go together. So I think the idea of citizenship is also already a bit problematic when you talk about education, because citizenship comes with responsibility, but education is about being free to learn whatever you want. Of course, in the ideal case, you use your knowledge and your free skills to serve society. And I'm really in favor of that. But I think in essence, it should not be connected.
Okay. But you do think that it's important that we make the world a better place?
Yeah, for sure. But that's my personal values. But I don't think that should be connected when you want to create a liberal educational system.
Okay. But have you learned anything here? Because, of course, the thing is, where this whole question comes from is this whole sort of Martha Nussbaum idea that education is there, or at least that it serves to prepare you, to teach you the kind of things that a good citizen needs to be able to do, and that will make society better in this way. So here's a list of things, just out of curiosity. Liberal arts education has made you able to think about the consequences of collective choices for different groups of people?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you give me an example of that?
Well, we've had, especially in sustainability, you discuss common poor resource problems, person's dilemmas, that kind of stuff, and it gets repeated a lot. So you really know, what kind of problems can evolve from that.
Okay. Weigh perspectives and arguments to come to reasoned conclusions about what we should do.
Yeah,
because that's a lot of sustainability, I'd imagine.
Yeah, but I do not necessarily see that connect to citizenship. I see that more as a tool to, for example, solve environmental problems or to create consensus amongst a people group or amongst a nation state. Yeah.
But you could imagine that one way of making the world more sustainable is to get people to become aware of their responsibilities.
Yeah.
Right? Don't do this, don't do that.
Yeah.
Or do more of this.
That is how I would feel it, like making them aware of their responsibilities. But another point of view is sustainability or this major can teach you how to make people aware of their own long-term benefit from acting sustainable. And that can only happen in a collective way. So if we all act from our own interest in a collective manner, then at the end we have the highest benefit as a society. So that is not responsibility, but more. So how do you connect to people's values?
Okay, you think that your education has made you, well, on the one hand, better able to tell people that and to communicate with people in that way?
For sure. Yeah. It has made me aware of the fact in the first place. So being able to communicate it comes with it then.
Okay. Yeah. But are you also more open to other people trying to convince you?
Yeah, open, but also less less convincible, because you learn more about you learn more knowledge and you learn more about how the world works and what you think of it, because you're busy with that constantly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And have you become more able to, make and accept compromises?
Yeah. If it leads to a net plus, for sure.
Okay. Have you had to learn how to make compromises whilst being here?
Yeah, in group projects a lot. That you don't agree with the trajectory of the project, but you just agree with it just because everyone's with it. Yeah.
Okay. What else do we have? Well, just on this issue of sustainability, because it is rather fascinating, actually. Are you able to understand people who don't like sustainability better now?
No.
No,
that's a funny thing. The more I'm busy with it and the more I learn about it, the more I sometimes get annoyed by, for example, my friends from home being so oblivious to the consequences of their daily life choices. Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting, because there's this notion of we learn about different people and different cultures, and that makes us more tolerant.
Well, tolerant, yes. So it doesn't make me more tolerant. So tolerant would be, okay, I disagree with you, but I still let you do your thing.
Yeah.
While his choices, for example, when we talk about a friend of mine, his choices have consequences for other people. So in that way, being tolerant is not really applicable. So in sustainability, being tolerant, I would say, is not really an asset that is important. No.
Well, that's intriguing. Which gets me to the meaning of life.
Yeah.
Because, it wouldn't be a proper interview if we didn't touch on
Exactly.
the meaning of life.
Yeah.
And you have a very specific idea about the meaning of life, right?